Every day, medical technicians are handed small, opaque vials of blood or fluid and asked to extract a specific number, the exact concentration of a substance like glucose or hemoglobin hidden inside. It is physically impossible to put these fluids under a microscope and manually count the individual molecules. They are too small, and there are far too many of them dissolved in the mix. Instead, labs use a faster, non-destructive tool. By piercing a beam of light directly through the sample, they can probe the invisible contents based on how the fluid interacts with that light. But a light source and a sensor only provide a raw optical measurement. To actually determine the amount of glucose in that vial, you need a mathematical bridge to translate captured photons into a precise chemical count. Without a rule connecting those optical properties to chemical reality, the rapid diagnostics relied upon by modern medicine and environmental science would be impossible. When light enters a solution, dissolved molecules act as physical obstacles. Individual photons collide and are absorbed. Dissolving more substance into the same volume crowds the environment, increasing concentration. This creates a linear relationship. Exactly doubling the concentration exactly doubles the light absorbed. To the human eye, this strict mathematical linearity simply looks like the liquid is taking on a darker, richer color. This direct proportionality between concentration and absorption provides the first half of our required calculation. But concentration alone cannot predict the total light absorption. We also have to account for the physical dimensions of the fluid's environment, because that dictates the light's journey. Imagine concentration remains the same, but the container is stretched out. Forcing light to travel a longer distance gives photons a higher probability of hitting an obstacle. A photon might bypass the first molecules, only to eventually strike one deeper in the path. This is the second variable, path length. A longer path results in increased total light absorbance, regardless of the concentration. Combine these two physical realities to get the Beer-Lambert Law. The total light absorbance is directly proportional to its concentration, multiplied by its path length. This equation defines absorption as a mechanical process, a product of how much physical matter is in the way, multiplied by the distance the light must travel to get past it. Because this relationship is perfectly linear, laboratory technicians can use it to work backward. In practice, if you test a sample in a standardized tube, the path length is a known constant. That leaves the concentration of the chemical as the only unknown variable. By taking a final absorbance reading from an optical sensor, scientists can solve the equation to instantly back-calculate the exact concentration of an unknown sample. This mathematical relationship is the basis for spectrophotometry, a technology designed to automate the process of turning physical optical observations into hard numerical data. Whether a technician is analyzing blood biomarkers in a clinic or collecting a sample of river water, this automation enables the rapid, non-destructive testing required to monitor environmental safety and pollutants globally. The Beer-Lambert Law provides the logic to convert a simple visual observation, like a fluid appearing darker, into the precise, automated data used across modern science. We have now measured the physical concentration of a chemical through light. Next, we need to uncover how to measure its hidden internal energy as we turn to thermochemistry and the first law of thermodynamics.